Alrighty. Welcome to the VOD, probably. I got live chat. Let me zoom in a bit. Ah, and I see myself. Good. Alright. So, today we have our first playthrough of building Ikea Bed. And probably...
Move that over there. You can sit in real time.
Ah, yeah. Then probably very soon, maybe next stream or something, I'll be putting together the other Ikea bed, and you can compare my performance on each run. Now, there's some people who claim to be good at putting together IKEA furniture. I think like PewDiePie has said that.
I mean, he should be. He's Swedish.
I have never claimed such a thing. So I guess the first step is get the screwdriver. Let me. Oh, I forgot to post a little live. It's much more complicated on my phone. It's like, it knows what I like to watch. Discard. Live now. And up. At here. Okay. Now, the toolbox that I have at my disposal is not the most advised toolbox, as it is. I guess you can't really see. This is not a toolbox. This is like a box for holding papers in it. Yeah, portable file box with handle. But you know, my mom was determined to consolidate the tools, and I told her it's probably not safe because it can't support that much weight. She was like, but I'm just trying to consolidate, which is not really like super duper relevant. So we have a lot of random stuff in here. Hopefully the handle doesn't just like snap off and like dump tools all over the floor. But we got here without a problem, so maybe it's fine. So this is a bit confusing. I'll try this if everything else goes to shit. But this is like it's like a ratchet set, but jammed in here on top of the ratchets, it looks like is also screwdrivers, like screwdriver attachments. We've got a razor blade for scraping paint and/or dropping on my hand and slicing my hand open. What the fuck is this? Oh, is this a...
David Myers.
Welcome. Is this a kit for making a lamp? I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Maybe we can figure out. I mean, my brother has a very nice set of screwdrivers. I see a bunch in there, so probably I have one. It's just everything's not very organized. Like, This looks like it is the pieces of a lamp.
Looks like it's trash to me.
But that's what this is, right?
Oh, is that for fluorescent like thing that they have hanging above the washer?
Oh yeah, that might be what this was from.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me just put this back in there. Well, no, no. It couldn't have been from that because this has its own
trash can.
But like it has like frayed wire bits for you to electrocute yourself with. You see that?
Trash.
I guess it won't focus, but it's like two little bits. Trisha's the trash avenger over here. I don't know if you can see, but it's like this plugs in over here, and then it's got the copper bits there, and then I don't know what this is, but anyway, that's in this toolbox. There were 3 toolboxes, all disorganized. I found the one that had screwdrivers at the bottom, and then went with that one, but...
It is indeed a lamp making kit, is what David says.
Okay. And we have a very nice... with a flashlight built in. Very nice... Oh, this must be the... Well, I'm always looking for a tape measure, so now we found one. We should probably hide this so that it doesn't get organized. Looks like it has like a laser cannon on the front. Oh, is this solar powered?
I think it reads like the measurement up at the top, if it had batteries, anyway.
You think?
I've seen tape measures
Laser
like
tape.
that, so.
Laser tape is what we're looking at. Now, who the fuck was making a lamp? I guess, I don't know. Here we have the classic...
Used to open paint cans.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I remember last time I was saying it's kind of bent. It seems like oh yeah, this was the one that was in the house, in the garage. It's like slightly bent. I feel like this was used for opening paint cans, but this is for sure the paint can opening. Was this Phillips head? What the fuck is this? Just like pliers? It's just is that to make it smaller? It's got like a bolt in the back.
Fancy.
Made in USA. Fuck yeah, huh? Alright. What is this? Oh, this is from the Cold War? Shit. Vice grips, okay. What we got in here?
Are you holding it upside down?
Do you think it's like that? Yeah, I guess so, okay. Oh, it's like an old set. SK Wayne Tools. Made in USA. It's a ratchet set. Very nice looking. Very old. Spark plug socket. Prevents manifold burns. Speeds installation and removal. Protects porcelain. Holds plug securely. Oil resistant insert. Japan. Made in Japan. The box was made in the USA, but this piece was made in Japan. This one lug. Probably the other ones, I don't know. So, maybe they just wanted to write Japan on it, I don't know. They were really into anime and they were making tools and they just wanted to write Japan on it. I thought this was a screwdriver. Made in Canada, patents pending. This is a very useless tool. It has nothing at the tip. I would assume that something attaches to it, but maybe that's the reason the patent was pending. They wanted to make a useless tool. What's this? Oh, for scraping paint. I was like, what kind of like weird battle weapon is this? But
that is flickering. Yeah, you didn't see it?
I did. I wasn't sure if it was the computer.
No?
Okay. So we got screwdriver 1. Made in USA. Sounds good. More flathead. Phillips head is the... Okay, yeah. That's a flathead. We got one screwdriver. We got another thing for scraping paint. Big theme. Very heavy duty. Warning, wear safety goggles. Forged alloy steel. There's like 7 different things for scraping paint in here. And okay, that's flathead. Oh, we got a lot of these. Got a lot of these things in there. Oh, what the fuck? It's more just like copper wire. Yeah. There's like copper wire in a baggie. And this. I don't know what these are. Oh, chisel. That's what that is? I guess that makes sense. Okay. Set 3 sizes of that, you say. Had I known any of the tools we had, I would have said so. But if you hadn't sent me chisels, I would probably just have used one of these many flathead things and a big hammer. What the fuck is this? Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks used, so I don't know. We were looking for that, I think, at some point. This is also a chisel. Buck Bros. Warning, wear safety goggles. Okay. Seems like that's a chisel thing to say. And we got another screwdriver. Palco Plumbing Company. Does that mean a plumber forgot this at my house?
I guess.
Okay. So, let's see what we can do. And if you'd like to... Perfect. Maybe not. It's like popping out. Maybe if it fit better, it'd be better.
Yeah.
And this is going to be too big, I assume? Okay. So, only the last screwdriver I found actually fits.
Man, did they expect you to have a power drill or something?
Well, this screwdriver isn't the right size.
Hmm.
So that's kind of the problem. Okay. I keep on seeing flatheads and then getting false hope. Oh, this is the screwdriver. Okay. That is not the right size. Okay. Should I check out that thing? Alright, this is for like repairing glasses or Game Boys or something. There are a bunch of star things, but not. Oh yeah, this is literally glasses for Christ's sake. Oh, okay, these are all star. $9.98. Yeah, these are all star screwdrivers. I forget what those are called. Okay. Well, you know, what we could do is take one of these things and then just tighten it. For this particular screw, we could do this. So I don't think there's any more. There's so many multiples of tools. God, this is gross.
Trash.
I mean, you can wash it, right? But... yeah.
Hey, Matthew Atkinson.
Welcome.
I was not expecting a stream of this, not gonna lie. Yeah. That is fair.
Yes. So. This. Aha.
I guess that works.
Now, should I be pushing down while I do this? Drop forged steel. Exciting.
Oh, I see. It's moving the lower part.
Okay. I also broke part of it. I assume that's fine.
No.
What do you mean?
I think you were supposed to screw in this part until it hit the bottom of there.
Let chat decide. Did I break it? Oh, I guess you can't really see.
Yeah, the camera doesn't really autofocus well in bad lighting.
Okay, well, that's fine. I like a tiny bit of the plastic bit broke. It's totally fine. I asked the King of Sweden before the stream. He said it's totally normal to break the screws. All right. And if you want to play along, or look at the strategy guide while we're playing, this is the bed. Hemna's. What is my phone? Okay.
So we're using a bunch of these screws in that thing?
Yes, that is correct. Okay. So I can hand tighten it for a second, and then I'll start looking at some tools.
I guess it also has this stopper here. So does it only need to go that deep?
That's how deep it went. So hopefully. So how's chat doing? Oh, this is turning. Does that mean this is the wrong size? Yeah, probably not. I think I'm just pressing down hard enough this time. If I strip the screw, I can just go to the parts department, right? It'll be fine.
Next one?
You sure there's a bit more?
I can't see anything, but it looks like you're cracking the lid.
Nah. That's just like... maybe. But it was cracking like that as soon as I put it in, so... So... that screwdriver is transformable. Oh, you're right. You do the thing where you push it forward? Now what?
Now it is longer.
Extendo mode. There's like a button here.
Is that for flapping it?
I guess, but this is bigger, so wouldn't it fit worse? Okay, well we'll transform it.
If we have any other heads to put on it, we'll just remember that for next time.
I'm supposed to push this like button down, right? Keep pulling. Aha. Okay, flathead on that side. And then okay. That's why we have chat. How do I get it to go back in, or do I just not? I just use it like this from now on. It's like the yeah. Okay, what was that? Okay, this is actually staying better.
He says it's a cheap all-in-one tool. Should I tilt the camera down further?
Yes. Yes, you should. I guess I should be working on this like here. But I will have to move it over because it'll attach to this bit. Gonna tilt it down more. Alright. Aha. That's how you transform it. You just push it onto a screw. Doesn't look like it's straight at all, but that's how it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
You're so dumb. So what do you think, Matthew Atkinson? Is this where our content was destined to be? Assembling Ikea beds? Okay. Alright. It's like not that straight, but you know, I don't know. We'll find out later. I hear that any problems like that can be solved with violence. Thank you, my lovely assistant. If you spun it enough to line up with one of the two ways, it'll go in. Okay. It only fits two ways because of the ball. Yeah, I don't know. I messed with it for a minute and then I just couldn't get it to straighter. I swear I'm like good at some things, but it is not assembling IKEA furniture. So last night, the reason we didn't do this, I'd already signed up to playtest an RPG, and I thought that was like super neato.
Oh yeah, why don't you tell him your experience with that?
Yeah, it was interesting. The guy running it was also the guy who designed it. Snoopy is underneath the radiator. More radiator surprises. Wee wee. Snoopy in a plane. Ugh. Is Snoopy like part of the? No, that's not supposed to be there. Snoopy in a spaceship?
What are you doing? Oh jeez, more treasures.
So this McDonald's toy or Burger King toy, it was actually holding up the radiator.
Oh god.
See if I can. I'll just let my brother know.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't buy this house.
Oh yeah.
tabletop RPG? That's right.
Yes.
He was playing it over Discord.
Actually, I was playing it over Gilded.
Oh, Gilded.
I know, isn't
Because
that?
Gilded apparently still lets you use it. And
Yeah.
They were just bluffing. I knew that they were bluffing, but you know how
Yeah.
it is. Like, you're gonna have to get a Roblox account. Epic Games.
So, anyway, the RPG was interesting.
Now you're gonna start putting in these pieces.
Oh, why, thank you. Okay. So I just put in 4. I don't put in 1 in this hole. Interesting. But I'm putting in 4. Oh, I'm putting. Okay, so I'm putting in 1 here. Oh, and then it stops it. Okay. So it was going to be an RPG about superheroes. Like you play characters that are superheroes in the city. But then not enough people showed up, so they decided to playtest something else, which was called Dropship, which is like a sci-fi thing, where you do like a Starship Troopers thing, but it's like not necessarily bugs. They have. Is this upside down? Yeah, it's upside down. They have it's kind of weird. They have a lot of like randomized elements. Oh no, it wasn't.
I think they're built the same way, right?
Yeah, I guess they are. I don't know. I was trying to come up with some rationale why this didn't fit. Should I be hammering this in? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really have any particular instructions.
They do everything without using English words because they want it to be internationally ready to ship.
Mm.
So. I don't know. Should I just be bopping these in? So it was interesting, but the way the guy runs his games, he has like 0 flavor, so it's very hard to like really get excited for stuff. And flavor was like not like on the list of stuff that was supposed to be discussed.
When you're done with that, we're gonna get the other board.
Like I almost got hit, but I had a shield. Yeah, this goes in deeper, for sure. It's like sticking out quite a bit. I had a shield and I was like, aha, I block it with my shield. And the guy who's like running it was like, yeah, I know. You don't get hit. It's okay. I was like, oh no. I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like, yeah, like I'm adding flavor to like what's happening, but.
Yeah, he's more of a numbers guy, not really much of a storyteller guy.
Yeah. I normally put a drop of glue in and tap it in. I'll leave the glue out of this. Make it easier to take apart once I realize I fucked it up. Okay. Now I am sliding this into the side with this part facing down, kind of.
Well, for the long board, we put in these screws. We're just gonna connect them together.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you'll need the flathead for these.
Okay. So yeah, the ridge is like over here. It zooms in on a picture. But the system was quite cool. Like mechanically it was interesting, but like
The guy running it just didn't know how to run it.
well, I wouldn't go.
Ah, there's an R on the side of this.
Breaking the rule. Right and left. Yeah, so this is that makes sense. Yeah, the dots. Okay. So like first round of combat, you have like a space marine kind of class, and every once a round you like negate an attack with your shield, your energy shield, right? But it didn't occur to them to like mention that that's why you don't take damage. They were just saying the effect, and I found it very hard to get super pumped about the mechanic because I didn't know why I wasn't taking damage. I mean, fuck me. It's the bent one. So, anyway, once I understood it was like an energy shield, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I have like a bubble shield like Halo, you know? And then it pop, not a bubble shield like Halo, but like, you know, how Master Chief has that shield that expends once you get shot enough and then you have your regular health. I was like, oh, cool, that's like a neat sci-fi concept that I've seen before. I can get behind that. But, yeah, it was like strictly numbers. There was no like...
No role playing involved.
Yeah, it was like,
I think you got it.
yeah, there's a good gap though.
At least we're not the ones sleeping.
Oh, they can't see me. I don't know if you want to adjust it.
Like I have to like go through all this just to get over to the camera.
I just can't really see it, but whatever. There's a little bit of a gap.
Metal pieces with a plus in them have one open side. You have one that won't go in.
Alright, that is secure enough. Now, we attach those pieces to secure it in.
You have to flip it.
Am I?
Because you're putting these in the holes.
In the big holes?
Yeah, you're putting them in there.
was doing the break anyway. Okay. But yeah, there was another class called the Breacher, which was cool. They don't take, or they have high defense or something like that on the first round of combat, which is very smart because a lot of people playing RPGs are cowards. We're like, they get very, I don't know, is that in, I guess?
I mean, they don't offer any further instructions.
Every time I hear the person upstairs walking, I'm like, oh, am I like bothering them? But whatever. Such is life. Sometimes there's annoying people. Sometimes you're the annoying person. Okay.
Alright, I guess that's in.
Yeah. Now, that is the other one. So, there's like some flavor for the Space Marine, where he's got that like Master Chief shield, and it like makes build fans, hey, or honeydew, welcome. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, they say use a flathead for it.
Yep.
Weird. Oh, they actually don't want you to do the other side yet? They want you to do the thing in the middle.
Oh, the ladder.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, there was another class which was the Breacher, supposed to be the first guy in the room. And that has that like high defense on the first round, so it encourages people to be very bold at the first round to get a lot done. And I think that's really good because it lubricates the whole engagement for everybody, because a lot of times it tends to feel like the only correct thing to do in Dungeons and Dragons or any RPG is to ambush the opposing side. There's like no benefit in Dungeons and Dragons to just rushing in and attacking the enemy. Not built into the game. Whenever I run a game, I always give a certain amount of like priority if they're bold and they just rush in. I always try to do that, unless it doesn't make any sense. Like they kind of know that they're making an ambush, something like that. Because at the end of the day, you're...
Of course it's open on that side.
At the end of the day, you're DMing for heroes, right? And
This room is super tiny for this bed frame, I gotta say.
yeah, I didn't realize it until we started working on it, but yeah, this room is probably too small for this. What am I doing with this? Oh, I'm sticking it in here. Okay.
You're connecting those together.
Yeah, I got it.
One on each.
So anyway, it's a good mechanic to give people high defense on the first round, but there's no flavor at all behind it. There's no shield, no nothing. And I was like, oh, I find it hard to like get behind that. And he's like, oh, well, that already exists without sci-fi stuff, like ceramic plates, because they can survive one shot really well. It's like, I mean, I guess. But like that means that he only can use the ability once a day, right? Or like logically it would mean that.
Yeah, you gotta slide it in in here.
I understand.
I don't know if they need you to start from there and then, but they require a lot of room to put this together.
I don't know if you want to like.
I don't even know what I can do.
No, I was gonna say like adjust the camera because I'm standing now. But... No, it's not happening. It's gotta just go in sideways. Oh, does it? Maybe it does actually have to.
Yeah, I hope you really appreciate this. If I just like hold this up.
Yeah, that would help. Down a little. More. Okay, I don't think you're gonna be able to hold it. Yeah, theoretically both directions should work, but so anyway, the game was like mechanically fairly strong, but you might as well play a video game, right? Because without flavor, what's the point of an RPG? Your imagination and I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's just stand it up. This is possibly something that needs to be done outside. But let's just try and force it to here. Okay, come on. Nah. It's not happening.
Yeah, we need a bigger room. Even if we get just like go and do this in like the kitchen, probably be better.
Yeah, but then we gotta get the bed frame back in this room.
I mean, it's not gonna be that big when it's attached. It's just tedious.
I don't actually know what I would do with the extra space.
Well, if we could just lay them flat on the ground, we could put them together. It's just the fact that we don't have space even up top. Even vertically, we don't have space. Because the ceiling is just too low.
Alright. I guess let me move this into the other room and then I'll grab you guys. There should be an insert in there. Alright. Welcome for the ride. You like my Oogie Boogie shirt? I hear that guy died. The voice actor, not Oogie Boogie himself. Oogie Boogie's already dead at the start of the movie. Okay.
You can just like hold this and we can adjust that into the slide.
Does it need to be lifted a little bit? I don't think at ground level it actually goes in. I think this needs to be
Is it the right way? Okay.
You should go in both ways.
Alright.
Alright. Okay.
Uh-oh. Ooh, now we gotta put it in.
Yeah.
I'll leave that to you.
Guess the corner of the. Okay.
I do hope your brother appreciates your labor.
Yeah. Okay. It has successfully gone in. I don't know if you guys can see that super well, but
We did it.
Oh.
I guess back into the super tiny room.
Shirt is seasonal if nothing else. That's what I was thinking. I was gonna wear a different shirt, and then I was like, oh, maybe the boogie shirt. Complete with glow in the dark Oogie Boogie. And let me just put this here for a second.
Alright, now I guess we're putting the screws in the other thing.
That's not gonna stay. Okay. Is there anything underneath this?
Oh, just one screw in that thing. On the side of there.
Oh, on the other side?
It's like here.
I see nothing. No, I don't see shit.
I see things here, but is there anything on the other side of that one thing? Or did they just put it on the wrong side in the direction?
Yeah. Maybe. No.
Alright, then I guess we skip that step.
Sure.
It's just a headboard anyway, right?
Yeah. How secure does it have to be?
Yeah, what the fuck are they gonna do to it? Alright. Start screwing in the other thingy.
That's the thing. Oh.
It doesn't even look like you have any space left to actually kneel.
I was just gonna work on top of the headboard, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, careful. handle.
Oh, I guess that will snap, huh?
Yeah, that specific part does.
Okay.
Which one of these was the one that worked?
The green one I was gonna do. Okay. Awesome, thank you so much. So yeah. The guy was like, he was like saying, oh, you should buy my RPG book. And I was planning on it, you know, but at the same time, the sad reality is like, I don't really have people to play RPGs with. And I feel like if I did, I probably wouldn't be playing his system. Take that out. Put it in a little bit straighter if I can. Nothing against his system, but I think it's just very rare that I get like a group together. And I guess like anyone who's been DMing for any length of time has their own like system that they want to do, you know. And so if I did have a group that was like willing to play RPGs, I'd probably want to have that group playtest in my RPG.
Mm-hmm.
And if not that, maybe like the Fallout system or something like that.
David says, Adam, does that leg have holes on front and back?
What do you mean?
I don't know which one he's referring to.
No, nothing has holes in both sides, opposite sides.
On opposite sides specifically, anyways.
It would be hilarious if there was some like very similar looking wooden board that we just don't know about. Like very crooked. I don't really know what to do about that. The wood is like super cheap and like chipping.
Yeah.
What do they say? Good enough for army work? Yeah. The holes in the leg should be on the same side as the holes in the board. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Well, what do you think? I was just forcing the back of a screw through a solid piece of wood? The system is called Horde Wars, by the way, if anyone's like curious. It has a cool concept, which is, you know, fighting lots of enemies is sort of the goal.
The gimmick.
And he has his own like thinking about like minions and how minions should work and stuff. And that's good. You should have like some kind of thinking about it. I think how 4th edition did minions wasn't perfect, but minions are a great concept. And if you don't play tabletop RPGs, you don't play 4th edition, which nobody does. Minions were a concept of a creature with 1 hit point. And that meant you were guaranteed to kill them. And how you run minions is you run lots of them. So it would be like a horde of goblins or something, and then on your turn, you have 2 attacks, and so you're fairly guaranteed to kill two goblins, but not entirely because you still have to roll to hit. Some people didn't like having minions because they didn't get to roll their damage dice. You know, whatever. I have found telling people that these are minions alleviates that issue with people. Where you just tell them, like, yeah, these creatures here, they have 1 hit point. And yeah, that's like sort of metagaming, but
It's just the same thing.
I see an issue with the legs on the wrong side.
Is this supposed to be the
Oh,
foot of the bed?
oh. So there were holes on this piece, and I think they're supposed to be. Could you give me the instructions?
Here you go.
Yeah. So there's like a bunch of holes in the middle, and so this should be on that side. Yeah. Fun.
Gotta go back into the kitchen.
No, because we need to gotta take this piece off too. We have to disassemble the whole thing. Put it back together. But first we'll just do this. This is gonna have to be assembled anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully it matters. Hopefully those holes matter at the end. No. The other daunting thing about doing an RPG, like a tabletop RPG, is the cost. And he was talking about the cost of like producing his book. It's not cheap at all. But I don't know if that's just because he's not doing things as like efficiently as he could be. It's like me personally, if I was putting together an RPG book, I would probably shoot for 20 illustrations. But he's talking about spending like 20 grand or something on it. So it feels to me like he's maybe putting too many illustrations in. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He also said he spent 1,500 on a map.
On a map? Just to like draw a map?
Yeah.
Why was that 1,500? How detailed could it possibly have been?
I don't know. Maybe it has like elevation and stuff. I think there's no point in doing and spending any money at all on a map. But that could just be me. I know there's lots of fantasy fans that like the main thing they're into is maps. It's like Crusader Kings fans too. They're like, just give me the map, dude. Don't bother with any of this other information. I just want to see some maps. Map porn. Could you zoom in on the text?
How zoomed in do you want it?
Well.
Oh, it won't zoom out now. What did you...
What did I do? I'm over here.
Not you. How's that? Can you see it now?
I mean, no. I can just see Calamity Leo's comment and thank you for your comment, Calamity Leo. Yes, this is solving trigonometry.
How... There? Is that fine?
Sure. Perfect. Yeah, this is trigonometry. Most certainly.
Trigonometry.
It's not trigonometry. Stupid. This is crooked again. but fucking.
Everything's crooked when you're assembling IKEA.
Yeah, like maybe they should have pre-threaded holes. You know, crazy thought.
Maybe they should just assemble the whole thing in my house.
You can like pay to have it assembled.
Yeah.
I think if
of all the things that your brother should have splurged on, that would be number one on my list.
To be honest, if you pay to have someone assemble IKEA furniture in your house, you're basically asking for adult daycare for like yourself.
Yeah, but he's like far away.
Yeah, but there's no. I mean, there's no reason he can't. You know.
Well, he's not doing it now. We're doing it.
Well, because I offered to. You know. Assembling IKEA furniture, not on my list of what I would consider to be a useful skill, because I don't intend on buying IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
I would like to, in the future, buy good furniture made cheaply by the Amish, and then the skill I will practice is driving 10 hours to get it back to my house from Amish country.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I have never assembled anything IKEA. I've only heard people talk about how much they hate assembling anything from IKEA.
Yeah, it's like a hacky. It's like airline food. It's like, what's the deal with assembling IKEA furniture?
Right.
Although the standard is super low because writing is a skill, explaining things is a skill, and most furniture companies that have like you assemble their furniture, the instructions are being written by people who can't write for shit, and so the instructions are super fucked. And so my brother is of the opinion it's actually better to have it be IKEA where they can't even write to confuse you. But that speaks poorly of the standard of writing in the furniture world.
I would say so. You ever hear of this one IKEA piece called the Divorce Maker? Because the idea is that it breaks up married couples who try to put it together.
I saw an episode of some like stupid sitcom show where it's like, oh, you know, the things are getting kind of serious with this girl. We're gonna go to IKEA and pick out some furniture. And it's like, no, IKEA is the divorce zone. As couples argue over IKEA furniture. But yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, if your relationship is strained through shared struggle, you're struggling wrong. Like when Trisha gets stun locked to death by a cougar in Oblivion, I only feel closer. Although I don't think you ever have been. I think the difficult.
I got the animal friend.
Oh, is it? No, that's Fallout. Is that? Oh no, it's yeah. You have it in both. You have because you have the boots or some shit where like animals don't hurt you.
Yeah, in
Oblivion, yeah.
Because I got the whole Crusader armor.
Yeah. Still cheaper than buying all the tools necessary to build it yourself.
You guys can beat IKEA's most powerful boss.
Yeah.
Get the Divorce Maker. Make music.
Yeah, so the art cost is a daunting thing about making an RPG book. I assume that guy has spent more than he has to. I know for a fact he's spending more than he has to on like shipping, because I don't know. He was like describing media mail as like some kind of archaic, like hidden secret, only for use by libraries.
Which is quite stupid.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I found out about media mail and I was like pretty fascinated with it and thought it was like the secret thing. When I first
It originally wasn't so secret. It's yeah, it's now very secretive. They try to like prevent people from using it. They removed it from the USPS website.
Yeah. I remember going into a post office and asking about media mail, and they like just stared back and refused to answer.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
I've had the same experience.
yeah, so maybe it is kind of secret, but I don't know. He was like he described it as something only for like libraries, and I'm like no. And he said like it would take like 3 months for the books to arrive. And it's like nah, dude. I think they say that somewhere that they reserve the right to take a long time, but it just doesn't happen like that. Every book I've ever shipped out has gone through media mail. And
I've never had any issue.
Yeah, it comes at a normal thing because it would cost them money to delay it. If they have a ton of other priority mail packages, of course they're gonna send the priority first. And like if during Christmas time, maybe your books wouldn't arrive, but like
sure,
it's so much cheaper that it's like you just gotta use it. But he was thinking because there's an advertisement in the back of the book, he can't media mail his thing, so he's sending it with flat rate medium size boxes, and he doesn't use pirate ship, so he pays $18 in shipping. So
perhaps
and
the true furniture was the friends we made along the way. Yep.
yeah, and he was saying something interesting, which is he jacks up the price of his book and lowers the price of shipping because people want to pay a lot for shipping. But instead of doing that, you could just use a cheaper shipping method. He was thinking that he would get in like trouble with the federal government or something if he used media mail, and it's like, bro, literally fucking nothing will happen to you.
It's a very little kid like idea of.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. He's older though, so maybe he has that like kind of boomer logic where it's like
it's kind of the same with like, oh, I gotta copyright all my stuff, otherwise like someone's gonna steal it or something.
I do commiserate with that mentality because when you are having no success, the scariest thing is someone's gonna steal your stuff.
And then no one's gonna know about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it sucks. It's crushing. It's like that's a phobia that is exclusive to the unsuccessful. And I feel it too. Like I do feel the fear of like that's why I don't really talk about specific scenes until the book is out.
Yeah.
But it's
well,
like
I like to not do that just for the sake of having it be spoiler free for the people who enjoy it.
But like when I'm writing something, I find it hard to like talking about it on stream, like my chapters and stuff. I really really love talking about the stuff I'm writing, and so not being able to talk about the specifics is like. So when the book is finally done, I'm like, this went in way too easy. Is that even supposed to be in there? That worked too well. Listen, it's in there. That's in.
Not going anywhere.
That's a commitment. That is in there.
I guess we gotta fix this.
Yeah.
We gotta take it back to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Ideally, we would be able to. Well, we're not gonna be able to build the whole entire frame until that mattress is just out of the room, straight up. There's just not enough room in this room to put this together and have the mattress taking up that much space.
I don't know if the mattress is like actually taking up that much space.
It sure looks like it is.
Maybe I'm biased because it's a comfy seat right now. And I don't want it to go away. Maybe I can't be trusted. What is being assembled, by the way? Just planks.
It's a bed frame.
No, planks.
Planks.
Just at the end of all of this is going to be a heap of planks, and that is what is required by my brother. He said it's necessary furniture is just mangled planks nailed together.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes.
Well, there you have it.
And then we're gonna throw a mattress on top of the planks. But But yeah, no. Once I have a book done, all I want to do is talk about the different like things that I did in the book and whatever. But then it feels very like hacky, you know. Like it feels like I'm like trying to advertise or something. But it's like literally like nah. I like talking about my book. It's like what it's literally the greatest passion in my life is writing.
You go first, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so. I guess you want to grab the laptop?
Kill me.
So the side of the holes is here. So put this around the goose. Oh god. I don't know if this is like happening. Like I don't know if I'm getting this off. I did attach it.
Either.
I did it.
Oh, it did look like it popped off a little. So I guess it is possible.
The in here one of these is crooked.
So
it's good.
it makes it even harder.
Yeah. So
Should we lay it flat and try to like pull it apart?
I don't know if that's like really.
I can
So
do
a
that
nest,
sound.
yes. Nest. A wood nest. A thing to do would be to stick something in here and like wiggle it back and forth.
Do you want me to get the Phillips in?
No, because that's going to do is it's going to destroy the paint.
Yeah.
So.
It's just paint again.
I'm kind of there. You know what I mean? I'm kind of there, but.
I just tell your brother, listen, man, you got it assembled for free. What were you expecting?
There is little chance that my brother would have more patience than I would have. What if I like put it on my shoulder and just.
I don't know about that.
Well, I guess let's start with taking the latter part out, right?
Right.
This is working on. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do it like this. Now this is a separate piece, right? So I can stand on this. Right?
I guess so, yeah.
Alright. Before we fuck with this.
Is it really that big of a deal?
Yeah, that's the thing to check. What do these holes matter? Because I think assembling it backwards might just be the easiest way to do this without destroying this thing.
But like either way, we're supposed to put both the pieces together anyways.
Make sure it doesn't like slide off the wall and slide.
I will be the protector of the thingy.
Alright, welcome to Reading Rainbow. Today we're going to read the Ikea instruction manual. Okay. Let's look for things involving these holes. Okay, I see the holes here. So you can go to sleep and see the holes. Okay, now we have this complicated set of screws going into the holes. It does up here that is very necessary. Yeah, you can see like the holes aren't there. I guess something bad will happen. So we must detach these pieces. And if we still have any will
Can we
to
just, like,
live,
flip it upside down so the holes are that direction?
so if we still have any will to live after we get this bed assembled, we are going to do some pumpkin carving with a sword. If we have will to live. Which is not...
I already don't.
Yeah. I feel that. Like I'm like excited to try and fix like the plumbing and stuff, because that's like, you know, someone could hire me to like plumb in the future, you know? Nobody's gonna hire me to fix IKEA furniture. And if they do,
They're hiring the wrong guy.
yeah, they're fucking straight up hiring the wrong person.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's saying, Adam, the locks need to come out. It'll just come apart then.
Oh, that's right.
Grab the screwdriver, take the locking bits out.
Oh, that's
That's a good point.
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
I just assumed because it was backwards, maybe the locking bits weren't working.
I didn't even think about it.
To be fair though, we didn't lock the ladder and it was still not really coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, they're unlocked. They don't come out. Lefty loosey. Righty tighty, yeah.
There's also an arrow on the keys things.
Yeah. So I actually don't think that's gonna matter that much.
And the ladder was a bitch just to put on. Oh, there we go.
Okay. So fortunately, the ladder is stuck to this piece now. And the holes should be facing this direction. Thank God for David Myers.
You need another for this.
Oh, do I need a wood thing?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So,
There.
it's okay. Okay. I know you guys can't see super well what's happening, but it's probably for the best. Use theater of mind.
There we go.
Okay.
Huh. Nice. Now we need the locking bits for that side, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, those go in there, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
might as well.
Alright, you wanna just hold this up for me?
Sure.
Oh, the locking things are in there now. Okay. That seems wrong. Is that actually, it's sticking out now, but I guess it's not supposed to be like that, sure. Yeah. Sure. Why not? This isn't one of those fancy screwdrivers, it's magnetic. I swear to God, it really has a really nice screwdriver set that I've been using anytime I needed a screwdriver. Now I believe he's finally taken it with him. So now I have these like old, fucked up screwdrivers that some plumber left at our house. Or they're handing out screwdrivers as advertisement. Lutz 6-in-1. I don't think that's true. It's a 4-in-1. Okay. Unless the fifth one is the hammer, and then the sixth one is the throwing spear. Okay, I'll get the thingamajig. Put on the top.
Might as well stay in here and bring in the other leg, yeah. Yeah, that room is just too damn small.
Now. We have a surplus of wood peggy thing, as you can see.
Surplus of pegging.
Yeah, a peg surplus. Let me.
Why don't you get the craft
Yeah,
thing?
that's what I was gonna do.
That's probably a better idea.
Might as well stay here and bring the other leg. Great minds think alike. Got this ancient device. Look at this old ass like thingamajig.
Not good enough. I thought you were gonna get the other thing.
No, the ones you screw tighten.
Yeah.
It's I've used it for pulling stuff off, like for my printer, but fuck that. Yeah, like needle nose pliers are like this. I can't use them barely. Weird. Get mad, baby. Okay.
Nice.
We did.
Save that one for later.
Ugh. Let's see if I can do this without concussing my girlfriend. So I'll have to go on this side so that the chat can see.
Do we have to take these out, or are they just fine if they're loose in there?
Fucking.
Okay.
If we did it wrong, David Myers will at least.
Laugh at us.
Yeah. This is so crooked. Alright, let's just see if we can force it in there. This is like not a great spot. My God. Do I unscrew this and then try to screw it in straighter, or is it just like has the ship sailed?
I am not an expert on this. I would just assume all hope is lost. Oh, okay.
Don't worry, guys. I have a hammer.
Just pop out the locking tabs.
How about the locking tabs?
He's talking about these.
Maybe that moved it? I don't know.
One of the screws is crooked, so that's what he's trying to straighten it out.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they can actually hear from us because there is no real mic.
Yeah.
I think my battery is dying too.
Oh yeah, it's super low. Do you want to get the charger and we'll just do the rest in here? So anyway, it was fun to play that RPG. It's nice. It's nice to be able to like play test a thing like that, especially because like I feel like a lot of people that are making RPGs are like semi-insane. And that guy was very sane, even if he was a little like, even if he was doing some things like not quite how I would do them.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the 20 grand to publish the book, though. You know?
No, I don't understand how he could have spent that much. It's preposterously high.
Yeah. I just don't get it. And his breakdown didn't really make sense. He was like, well, I spent money copywriting stuff, but he was like, oh, I only spent $150.
Well, it's like even when he was like reasoning with himself to spend all that money, how did he ever expect to make any of it back? Like that's so high, you'd never make your money back being like an indie RPG person.
Well, I guess some people will like logic it out to be like, could you hold it for me?
Yeah, I will.
I think a lot of people will say like, oh, it's a passion project, so I shouldn't expect to make money back. But like, I don't know.
I attribute it a little bit more to delusion.
Maybe they're thinking that like first book, because that also might be the combined cost of 2 books, but still, because he's making
10,000 per book is still a lot to spend.
So like the old school D&D. See if I don't break my shin here. The old school D&D thing was like the first couple levels was 1 book, and then advanced D&D was like the real shit where you like can level up higher than level 4 or something.
Mm.
That's why the game still feels like it's like a totally different game, low levels versus high levels. Oh, that was too much. So it actually does move. Okay. So he published the lower levels, and then I guess he's going to do the higher levels. So. He was very disparaging of. We were talking about the price of art, and he was getting great rates on art, and I was like, that's crazy. How do you do that? Because he's spending like an average of like $100 or something.
I think it was on the Fiverr AI service.
No. He was getting only.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, he was doing only human art to the point where he was accusing my artist of treading water being AI. But it's like, bro, that book's old.
Yeah. Both of your books are like pretty before the AI craze.
Yeah, I would say
like
so.
That's only been around for really 2 years, or at least it only popped off.
It's really taking me that long to get the next book out. Shit. Yeah, too slow.
Wow.
I've been working on
like it was you finished Slayer like last year.
Yeah. I've been working on a lot of books at once. I got my like dream fantasy book that everybody like thought of in high school, you know. This is the right direction, right? Yeah, okay.
I sure hope so.
Well, I wouldn't go in if it wasn't the right fight. So at this point, we could pretend that this is a problem. The locking things.
Well, you unscrewed them out, right?
I did unscrew them, but let's hope that the problem is that they need to be screwed out.
Unscrewed more.
They're good screwdrivers. Did I put it on the? I put it on the windowsill. Okay. Locks probably just need to be turned a bit. Yeah. Let's hope that's it, and it's not just like a little bitch. This one. This one turned a lot. This one's just free spinning. Okay. Can I like pop these out? I guess not. A lot of people, they end up going with really stupid printers. The amount of like indie authors, they go like, oh, they mention a publisher. I'm like, oh, you're a publisher. Oh no, I'll be like, oh, where'd you get it printed? And then they go, oh, I don't know where my publisher went. I think they used Ingram Spark. I'm like, oh, okay, so. Ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you.
No, it went further, right?
No.
That's fine. There we go. I have to beat the hell out of this with a hammer.
These things really all come out. Just like stuck in there. I guess that's what happens when they make it like so deep. But I can imagine that it would be hitting like the metal side of this, and maybe that's why it's so difficult to. I don't know how I would get those out though.
Control
really
Z.
Yeah, they're really stuck in there.
You ever just want Control Z in real life?
All the time.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know what the psychological impact of being able to quick save and quick load is, but it's not good. Because very often in life, I just like, something frustrates you and you're like, oh man, I'd like to quick save and just destroy this thing.
Yeah, that's the issue, David. We can't get the locks out. They won't come out.
Yeah. Well, it's going in better now, but maybe locks do need to come out.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I feel like I need like toothpicks or something to get them out of there.
You just like pry them out.
Let's see what he says. Just look at the top and turn the lock until the holes line up. Until the hole lines up.
And if this was a magnetic screwdriver, we would just go whoop, just come out. Oh, there's an arrow. Hold on.
That's just informing you on which way to screw.
No, there's an arrow that like, there's that. So maybe like that, it would just fall out. Wishful thinking. Probably, right?
Try this. So maybe just.
Hang on a minute.
Alright.
Oh, look at you. That's why the brains in this operation.
I don't think it'll actually work though.
Yeah.
I think if we had like actual needle nose pliers, maybe. But yeah,
Well, we
this
have
is
them
just
over
they're
there.
just gonna be thick.
I mean, there are actual needle nose pliers over there.
Where?
Did you hold it up?
Okay.
Okay.
Even me trying to get it out with my nails, it's just stuck in there. You got it. Nice work.
Hey. Nice work to you for recommending the needleless pliers. I didn't understand how they would work. Alright, so it's going in further, but it's still like fucking,
It's still pretty far, yeah.
fucking real shit.
Ooh.
Alright, maybe I'll just like dead hang from this until
Oh, well, last time you flipped upside down and used gravity.
Okay,
I
yeah.
guess you can try that again.
Horror movies you can't stand. You're not a big horror movie guy, believe it or not, despite the long hair, right? Always had friends that were into horror movies, but
I mean, there's a lot of horror movies to not like, I suppose. That would fall under the category of can't stand.
yeah. Oh, I guess I don't like. I can't stand the horror movie Midsummer.
Oh, yeah, because it's just a hate piece.
Yeah, it's like It's a movie about the holiday of Midsummer, made by a Muslim who hates white people and wants to undermine a white holiday.
And he has admitted this.
Well. Yeah. It's like, it goes to show you how, like, fucked the political system is, that it's, like, totally normal for that to be allowed. This one's, like, super bent now. Yeah, it's, like, fucking way too warped to even fix. This may be a situation where we gotta go back to the parts department and, like...
Ryan, give me your receipt.
I don't think you need a receipt. You just need to go there and...
Just show the piece.
just bring the instructions, I guess. I don't know. You just ask for the specific piece number that it says in the instructions, and they just give it to you. It's like when people were talking about, oh, you could build a whole IKEA furniture piece by just asking for the different pieces.
Yeah, right. At this point, just hammer this. Yeah, we could try just putting the screws in like this.
Yeah, just put the locking things in like this and see if they
Yeah.
stay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Doesn't have to be 100% perfect.
Yeah, I hate that movie with a passion. Nothing to do with the content, or nothing to do with, like, the skill of it or whatever, or actors or anything. But it's literally just like a guy who would like all white people to be dead, or at the very least like them to have such a weak cultural identity that they don't even understand why it's bad to have a racist movie depicting them, trying to pretend that their most ancient, most sacred holiday is evil. Something very frustrating about white people is their lack of cultural identity, and, like, it causes them to have, like, it causes white people to have very little concern for hate crimes against white people. They, like, don't get that that's going to be them, and so it makes white people as an identity not super cohesive, not super competent at protecting each other. Whereas if you get more specific, you go to, like, Italian, for example. There's anti-Italian crime. People would be out of their fucking mind. Or like, Italian people would be so fucking angry, they'd be, like, out of their mind. Like,
they have a real culture.
yeah, Irish people too. They, like, there's a couple, like, white subgroups that are like that care if they're genocided. White people, once you zoom out to white people, unlike Asian people or black people, they don't see themselves as an identity.
Well, like, even just the term, white people, it's just like very fluid type of identity. They're not being attached to any specific country or heritage.
Yeah, and you'll get, like, retarded, like conservatives that are like, why do you, like, if I say, like, a European descendant or something, they'll be like, oh, what's so great about Europe? Like, we're 1776, man, and they're just, like, completely, like, just give me a bar of lead to snack on, like, just completely brain dead. Yeah. No, it's like super unhelpful, and, like, you shouldn't have to explain to people, like, well, if you don't have a cultural identity, people that hate you for your cultural identity will still kill you, and will, like, produce media that motivates people to want to kill you. And if you do nothing, it's like super. There's, like, that thing that's like, oh, first they came for the trade unionists and I did nothing, and then they came for me, right? That thing. But it's like, first they came for me, then they came for me, and then they came for me. It's like,
right.
first they came for white people, and I was white, so I did nothing. Then they came for me. It's like, fucking, alright. Real smart, dude. I was watching like Donut Operator's blog, and he was like, they were making jokes about Midsummer, and it's like the horror movie, and it's like, dude, you don't understand that that's like, it was made with the intent to make genociding you more palatable, and you're like, haha, funny, fun horror movie, zoinks. Pass the lead sandwich.
So I guess, what do we just connect this and that'll finish the head bullet part?
I wish I had looked at this.
Different?
There's a thing where it's like, don't use this one, use this one.
Oh, don't worry, I used the right.
Okay.
This is a different piece.
What do we got next? Oh,
This piece.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this piece though. Is this labeled somewhere? This is just the long piece that I saw laying around.
Yeah, I guess it's this. I would assume it's this. Unless it's something from a box we didn't open. But like even, okay, now it's the skinny piece. Oh, it's still a skinny piece, same pieces. So we have one here. But even like the identity of like white, people get very uncomfortable about.
Yeah, I can get you the wooden pig things.
Yeah. And those people are dumb. Well, I mean, I guess not dumb, but like they're just weak, and they've been conditioned to be weak. Did you get the locks in? We got the locks in, yeah. Most Irish people don't care about that stuff, though. That's why Lucky Charms has a mascot. Yeah, but that's the thing. Is like, it's not. That's not a bad thing, right?
Try different.
This whole thing. That can't be right. Oh, maybe it is. Okay,
I
yeah.
guess it's like one, yeah.
So starting from the right side, skip a hole, and then.
Oh, but this is also backwards again, so. Right? Because this is showing the holes on this side.
Well, it's not backwards for me.
Sure.
The holes are here, and I'm starting from this side.
Gotcha.
Skip a hole, and then I don't know. Is that skip a hole? This one? Well, I guess we'll see if it just falls right through. So it must be this one. Yeah, it makes sense because here you can see them. The Lucky Charms thing, it doesn't like, it's not bad for Irish people to be like, to have like a leprechaun or whatever as
I mean, like, that's part of their lore is leprechauns.
Yeah, like it's not actually a bad thing. That's like, although to be fair, if you find random things to complain about, it does give you a certain amount of power because you force people to acquiesce to you, and then people are worried about offending you.
Right. You make them feel like bad people, and then you can control them from there.
There's like a pop-up.
Oh, that's YouTube telling me that I need to security check or something. And then it just disappears, because that's how YouTube works.
Well, like in the RPG game I was playing last night, someone was like playing an Italian guy, and he was like trying to do an offensive New York Italian thing, but I wasn't offended, and like I actually wanted to play as like an Italian guy or a German guy or something, but in the document that he sent, it was like, oh, I picked a high gravity world.
Okay, so you just pop that on and pray as you push it down, I suppose.
And if you pick a high gravity world, you're supposed to be either Brazilian, Mexican, or Russian. And so I picked Russian, but I was kind of like, I don't know. I would much rather have not helping.
I figured I could try to line up one side and you line up the other.
Right. No, but you lifted it so like sharply. But yeah, I wasn't offended by him going like, "Hey" or whatever. He was pretty bad at it because he's like some like Southern dude, so he's like, "Yeehaw," like, "Hey." It's just, and
We're
he,
really bad at it.
I was like, the GM was like saying like, "Oh, would you guys want to continue?" So I was like, "Well, I wouldn't want to keep this guy forever because I just can't like quite, I can't quite get behind like RPing as a Russian guy. I just like the you know like I don't know. Like it was like this. It's very. It feels very like memey to be like yes, whatever. Also, everyone kept on fuck. I picked Everyone kept on fucking up my name. I picked Istvan like the.
Here.
Oh yeah. Okay. I picked Istvan like the magic card. Uncle Istvan. And they kept on calling me like Esteban. So I'd rather be something like Tony, Vinny. Hey yo, forget about it.
Alright. So it's like 2 in the middle, and then like 1 on each side here. Skip a hole.
Let me just wash my hand real quick. Because I think I have a splinter, but I can't quite tell.
That's fine. We'll just put them in the places.
No, I didn't.
Now we get the
What kind of screw is that? Like a star screwdriver thing, or?
yeah, it's like for the L thing.
Oh, the okay. You might be a better person to find it.
Isn't it just on the counter there? Other counter? By the what?
Like the small one? Is that from this?
I don't know. I don't know, that's one that I found.
This
Is
seems
it?
super tiny.
Yep, okay.
Yeah. I'll
Y'all hold.
yeah.
Hold it. Alright.
I've heard that they can be snobby about whiskey. I think that's true. But yeah, no, I wasn't offended at the guy doing like a New York Italian accent or whatever, because in a way that's how Italians like exist as an entity, rather than people just like they or that's rather than people saying like they have no culture.
I think this is it? Yeah, that's it. Maybe you should be doing this.
Okay. Like I don't think Italians are like ashamed of having an accent, you know. I think like alcoholism isn't the greatest thing, so I don't know how Irish people feel about the whole like whiskey thing. Ugh. But
Yeah. I mean, there's a difference between like laughing at a stereotype and then actually hating someone and their entire culture and wanting to like mock and humiliate them.
yeah. Yeah,
It's like no Italian person is offended by Mario.
yeah. The other thing is, it might just be that Italian people aren't pussies, and Irish people aren't pussies.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like when people make fun of the fact that white girls like fucking mocha lattes. I'm like, yeah, I fucking do. You know, it's not really offensive. It's just, yeah, that's how it is.
I think when it's a stereotype that's not true.
Oh yeah,
It's
those
more
would get
offensive.
under your skin, right?
Like when people go like,
Or when they just straight up say history about your heritage that isn't true.
oh yeah, like when they try to pretend like fucking
Everyone in Rome is gay. Or
yeah,
something.
everyone in Rome was gay or black or something. It's like, how about you die? Like what the fuck?
Cleopatra was black, and then
Yeah.
Egypt sued Netflix for misrepresenting their culture.
It's like it's not a mystery what her ethnicity was. There's no mystery. We have her corpse, and black people's skulls looks totally different. Like you can tell from some of the skeleton what ethnicity
They
they are.
DNA tested it.
It would be fucking.
That's how they found out she was ginger, right? It was through the DNA testing.
Well, people already knew because that was something that was said about her.
Yeah.
And it's also like her dad had red hair, so it tracks.
Mm-hmm.
It was like they're all Greek. Like her family is part of the Ptolemaic dynasty, which is it is a Greek name. So it's like it would be kind of weird if they just spawned in Egyptian somehow in Greece. Like
yeah, that's the funny thing is they never spread the lie that Cleopatra was Egyptian. They specifically say she was black. She was African American. Like they just reach extra far.
yeah, that's because it's like I don't know. They want to like steal Egyptians' heritage or whatever. The thing I find the weirdest is they on one of the sandals of a pharaoh he had on it said like something like Nubian or something like that. And the reason it said that is because it was on the bottom of his shoe, and then on the other sandal it said Hebrew, and that was because every time he took a step, he stepped on his slaves. And then when there is like a depiction of black people on like hieroglyphs, like there's very few of them, but like the one example everyone always makes fun of is the ball washers, because there's a depiction of a pharaoh who's got his like black ball washers washing his balls in the
That's pretty strange.
It's like
They call them Romans gay. Well, what's going on here? Alright.
and they were all eunuchs, so it's like the least flattering depiction of your people is having them have their balls cut off and then washing someone else's balls is like not where I would go to be like, this is the cornerstone of my heritage.
Yeah. Alright. I have to turn it to see it. It's the second hole down here.
Yeah, I'm on this side, so I can just do it. Second hole down? Or second hole up? Oh, it goes into the pre-threaded spot. Yeah. How beautiful. I suppose you guys can't see from over there, but it's fantastic. It's threaded into a metal slot for it.
And then
It's
on the
incredible.
other side.
Is avoiding the word zombie in zombie movies funny or annoying? I would say I don't know. mean, it's like the given term that people use. So it's weird that people will make this claims like, oh, zombie actually is like it's from like voodoo, but you can't pronounce it like that. You have to say voodoo. But people don't make the same claim about robots. It's like technically a robot is a Slavic serf,
Mm.
not a robot. But
anyway, so that finishes the
Others?
headboard, and then they give you directions for the foot of the bed.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know if you wanted to move forward, but like once we attach these pieces, I feel like we're never gonna get it in that room. So it's much, it's much better to remove the mattress, make extra space to actually put the frame together.
Okay, I'll take the mattress out.
Do you need help?
Move a mattress?
Yeah, it's a big mattress.
No.
Okay.
Just a mattress.
What do I know? I'm sorry. I got sick of zombie movies pretty quickly, so I don't care too much about them. I think the use of different terms is to either stand out or to try and make it seem more scientific. Oh yeah. I find that a lot of people want to be the but actually type of person because it makes them feel intelligent for a short amount of time. Just watching Adam slink away with the mattress. Nice work. Alright, so I guess we can put this back in the room.
Wash up my dusty ass hands.
Sure, sure.
I saw my brother the Snoopy McDonald's toy that was holding up the radiator, and he's like, ugh.
Yeah. That's what I would feel like. I would feel very ugh.
Yeah.
You just keep on finding more surprises in this house.
I got sick of zombie movies pretty quickly, so I don't care too much about them. What do you think about just the threat of a slow-moving, easy-to-kill thing that masses in great numbers? Because I think that's pretty interesting.
It's a shame that they always like don't have the balls to really do that with zombies. They always like change them to make them more threatening somehow.
Like yeah, because on film, I guess they're imagining that like fast zombies are the only thing that can be threatening. But I think fast zombies are way less threatening. They're just so much easier to deal with, to the point where it makes no sense that there could be a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. Because you ring a bell, they all come charging through a choke point, and you shoot them all. Whereas slow zombies, you know, they're slow. So you have the issue of having like accidents. It's kind of like the difference between having like a medieval army versus insurgents.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I get it done without knocking anything.
Sure. They're a real pain in the ass to stream. Ugh. Ah, now it looks like there's way more room in here.
Yeah, you know, I was doubtful, but I think there actually is a lot more room.
The mattress is like super huge, so.
Yeah.
Kind of just how it works out.
Does open up the room.
There's so much stuff on the floor.
How are we doing on time?
Right now it is almost midnight. We can always just call it here, of course. Just text your brother, finish the headboard, gonna finish the rest up later. Hey, the headboard is a very complicated piece.
Yeah.
Look how long it took us to just put that apart or together.
Here, tell you
it's
what.
2 hours.
Why don't we carve the pumpkin and then do the rest tomorrow?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can just lean the headboard against something, wherever the mattress was.
Maybe I'll just set it down. Yeah, I'll just set it on the ground because I don't want to worry about it like smashing.
Yeah, that's probably the safest thing to do.
Don't touch the razor blades. I don't want you to like cut yourself.
Just trash.
Well, that was where the razor blades were held, so no. But yeah.
Okay. So back into the kitchen.
These two people are smart. They are reading the manual. It took me 2 days because I booga booga without the manual. Ugh.
I can imagine that. To be fair, if you're an engineer, you could probably figure it out.
Yeah.
Or maybe even figure out something better.
The rest of the bed should be like easy enough to do. And then maybe tomorrow I'll have the chisels so we can like door. I mean, I guess I don't need the chisels because I found 10,000 chisels in there, in the box. So.
Ooh.
I was just noticing as, I guess I'll carry a laptop to show the folks something. Ugh. This door I see has been hung 3 times. You guys see that? So that's 1, right? But at the bottom, I thought I saw, 3. This is where it is now. Wait, can you see that? Oh no, I'm not pointing it right. Yeah, I don't know. It's where it is now, and then here's another one, and then here's another one. So, yeah, sorry, the camera angle's like total shit. I apologize. I can't see the camera. Like, this is a laptop, you know. Okay. So, let's get you guys. Oop, what did I click? That's fine. Alright. Okay. I might need to do a project like this in the near future because a bed frame in our house broke.
Well, hopefully we can inspire you.
Yeah. Alright, so let's like angle you guys downwards a little bit. Here is Mr. Pumpkin in question. And we're going to be carving. Oh, wait, I guess I go backwards to be more in front. Well, actually, I could point you. Well, yeah, okay, I'll go. Yeah. So, for the grand finale, we will be carving a pumpkin using a sword. This is what is called a gross messer. which means big knife in German. Traditionally, these were made like knives, where it would be the metal tang would be going straight through, and then you'd see the metal bit here, like you would with a kitchen knife. See how the metal tang is like that? This is not made traditionally. This is like, I don't know, what did I pay for this? $100 bucks, $40? It was like a Ren Fair sword. So it's traditionally like for how a sword would be made. Messer swords are how traditionally a knife would be made, which is hence the name. And then, like any sword you want to sell to like the not super discerning customer, you want to use what has been coined to sound exotic as Damascus steel. What this is pattern welding, which is you take several layers of different quality steel in what is called a billet, or like just a stack of like metal plates, and then you melt them together and then you hammer it out into a sword. And that leaves these crazy designs on it. And that is something that has been done for a very, very long time before they did it in Damascus, or before Damascus was a city. In many, many places. Part of the reason that you would do it is because you don't have all the same grade steel. You might have some shitty quality steel and still want to make a nice sword and make it look pretty. And so you would combine it like that, so it would weld together. So anyway, this is a pumpkin carving implement, and I thought it would be fun to try and carve a pumpkin with a sword. We carved the other pumpkins normal, so I feel like we can do this. Man, that just cracks it. It doesn't even like slice in.
Pumpkin stabbing ASMR.
A lot easier to do the top part, honestly. I think I'm just not used to it. But it goes in pretty.
Hell yeah.
I think I might stab through the bottom. I feel like I'm cheating because it's so easy. I thought I was gonna have to investigate multiple different techniques, but maybe I'll have to do it one-handed. It's a bit of a challenge. So, anyway, this is a German-style sword. It's quite pretty, I think, which is why I bought it. I was well aware that it wasn't like super high quality when I got it, but I like the look of it, and
It can cut. I'll give it that.
yeah, it was like the first sword I bought. I think it's the only sword I own, really. Everything else is kind of like an axe or a machete or something like that.
Aha!
Aha! Ah! So, do we bother like taking out all the pumpkin seeds and stuff?
If you want,
Do you
there
have
is
the
a
bag?
baggie
Oh, okay,
here.
sweet. So let's do that then.
One last time.
So,
You probably want to wash your hands first, though.
yeah, and let's, I guess, why don't we put that closer to that end and then turn this way, and then we can do it on the counter.
Okay.
Try not to drop the sword on the floor.
Do our best.
The cataclysmic event it would be if like we bumped this and then the sword just like stabs into the tile. And then I had to explain to my brother, yeah, I stabbed the floor with a sword.
Ah, it's like the sword in the stone. See if you're the chosen one.
Yeah, it's stuck. I can't get it out. It's like, no, just theme the Airbnb. It's fine. All right. I should make pumpkin seeds soon.
Oh yeah. We have plenty of pumpkin seeds to cook.
Then we can bring some to John and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Something tells me that box might need to be put on the floor.
Box. Oh, the giant box.
Or maybe the scabbard looks like a box.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that most AI art is the style of art that I like. I like that, like, painted digital art look.
Mm.
And
Do you like it just as much when they have twice as many fingers?
I do not know. But it is unfortunate because I paid real American money for my.
For that exact style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have this guy who knows nothing and is like, clearly AI was used. It's like, well, I
find that to be one of the most annoying parts about AI is the fact that everyone is now suspicious of artwork.
Yeah. And like that's the style that I would like to commission work to be done in for my future books, and I don't want to have to.
Yeah. It's like when the Cal art style started getting known specifically for SJW shows.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, okay, we need to stop drawing in this style because it's ruined now.
Dude, whenever you're like, I don't know, were you there when that guy came up and was like, haha, I see you're doing art stuff. I know a guy who graduated from Cal Arts. I was like, okay. And he's like, well, if you know comics, that's like as big as it gets. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I've heard of it. I've heard a lot of people don't like it.
Oh, they didn't say Cal Arts. It was from the Kruger School or however you pronounce it.
Oh, is it? And I thought someone.
There's a specific college for comics, right? That people go to or that people recommend for people doing illustration.
Yeah. What was it? The jazz guy I was talking about.
Jazz guy.
There was a guy who came up who like he's like.
Was it the guy that was in the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same guy. Yeah, yeah. I know people who have gone to that school, and not many of them actually became comic artists in the long run, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the thing when you're selling books is people kind of go up to you and they're like, I'm an intellectual. Hi. Would you like to compliment me?
I know people way more famous than you.
Yeah.
You should suck up to me now.
Like I could put you in touch with them. It's like, why would I want to talk to them? But why would I want to talk to them? I don't understand. It's like, I know someone who does what you do, but I think they're more successful than you. It's like, cool. What?
No, how does this help me? Are you offering to help me, or are you just bragging to me? It's a little bit rude.
And then someone will come up and be like, I too am an author. And it's like, yeah, I know lots of authors. I am not impressed. Guy comes up to me and is like, I wrote a book about a silver wolf. I'm like, okay. He's like, well, the thing is, if you know anything about wolves, there aren't any silver wolves. I was like, okay. And then he's like, so I wrote the book so that it would teach people that you can be different and still be loved. It's like,
what?
Okay. And then he's like,
Guys like, so what do you do for? I write books. What do you do for a real job? Because there's no way you're supporting yourself on this. It's like what? Because you're not buying a book. What? Because you're a failure? Suddenly I am too. Sorry. What? What is this? And then he gives me his business card, and he's like, "Let me know who printed your book. I'd love to have them print mine." And it's like, "Yeah, I'll get right on that, man. Oh yeah." I'll run home and email you to help you out right now.
Yeah, I don't have any cash on me right now.
His business card, by the way, he had an advertisement printed on the other side.
Ooh.
For the business card printing place to like have it be cheaper. It's like, bro.
Ooh, yeah, okay. To be fair, I do have some comics that I have a Kablam ad, but that's for like stuff that I printed with my own money.
That is different. He's a real estate agent, and he's like handing out a discount business card. It's like, bro, why don't you write a book about a wolf who's a retard, and then it can be about you.
The pharmacist is like, bro, where do you meet these assholes?
Dude, when you sell at like a crafts fair, there's all sorts of like artsy type people. Now, granted, a lot of these people will come up and be like, I don't read books. It's like, cool.
Thanks.
Why do you get the fuck out of my face? No, but you can't just be like that, because a lot of them would be like, I'm gonna buy this book because I just love like supporting.
Like what you're doing.
Yeah, I just like what you're doing. I don't read books. Nobody reads books. You know, you should talk to Netflix. And it's like, wow.
Thanks.
You know who I should have talked to 70 years ago is your mother, and told her about contraceptives and abortion.
Okay. Well, I thought we were going a different route with that.
Should have talked to her and been like, hey, listen, your son is gonna be an absolute retard one day. You should really not.
Yeah. Calamity also says people who say that are drinking the hater-aid hard.
Yeah.
Now they are clowns.
There's also like, remember that like those like wine moms that were like, you should talk to Netflix.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't read, but why don't you just get a TV show?
Yeah, why don't you just go get a TV show?
I hear that they're easy to come by these days.
I'm illiterate. It was really nice going to BasedCon though, because not only was it based, everybody there read books, which is fucking awesome. They came up, incredible story, insane happenings at BasedCon. Some people came up, they bought Horizon Quest, which is a comic book, easy read. They read it.
Yeah.
And then they came back the next day and they were like, I read your comic, it was good. And it's like,
I want to buy another thing.
whoa. And he's like, you wrote this too? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. How much? And it's like, oh.
Yeah, honestly, that was the best part about that convention, is that people were actually reading the things that they bought.
And then they would come back and they'd talk about it and they'd be like, oh, how come you did this? Oh, I really like how this happened. I was like, it's like, one guy was like, I was like, oh, what do you think about it? Did you like anything in particular? And he's like, oh, it's like, I don't know if this like counts as an answer, but I just like how it just all like transitioned well and like didn't it, like had good like flow. I was like, yeah, that's an answer.
I also take pride in my flow.
I spent an autistic amount of time fussing over how good the flow, whether the flow is good or not. So, yes.
The pharmacist was saying, it sounds like projection. I don't think some of these people can read.
Yeah. There's a lot of Gen Z people that I actually...
They genuinely can't read.
Yeah, they genuinely can't read. Because someone came up and said, look, it says trending water. And then I was like...
No.
Or they were like, you really called your book Trending Water? And I was like, no. That's not what it says. And then
I think it's just like TikTok brain, honestly, more than anything else.
And they all stared at it for a while. I was like, no, it does say Trending Water. And I was like, no, it doesn't. And like there's three of them looking at it for like a long time.
And they're like, oh, treading water.
And there's like, and they're like, no, it's trending water. And then they're like, no, one of the letters. And then they're like, oh, I lost it. It's like, what?
Dude, that reminds me of this one time when I was just like taking a walk outside and I passed by these like two teenagers and one of them calls out, "Can I pet your dog?" I was like, "What dog?" And then she starts laughing. I thought there was a dog there. And then okay, bye. I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, teenagers? What are they on? What did their parents give them?
Christ. Do you think they were just high off their ass, or is that like?
Oh no.
Is that like a meme? Maybe.
No, it couldn't have been an inside joke. She was dead serious coming up to me.
Maybe it's like a video thing, or it's like you pretend
She
that.
didn't have her phone out. I don't know. I think, well, sometimes, this was back when I lived at the old house, and sometimes I would walk the dog, so maybe she just, like, was projecting a past memory and thought that I was also walking the dog that one time.
Let's go with that. For the sake of humanity, let's just
but
assume.
Just didn't use her eyes to look to see if there was a dog.
I was really, really positive once upon a time about the millennial generation and like not getting Alzheimer's and stuff because video games are so great. But then social media came out, and now the jury's really out. Like now it's kind of like, oh wait a second, we got rid of TV and we switched to video games, but now we've switched all the way back to brain rot. We found brain rot again.
We've rediscovered brain rot. Yes.
I heard some stupid shit yesterday. Let me find the quote in context. I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
They're selling GPUs at a scalping price. So they're selling, yes, but making more profit causes an oversupply problem. Huh. It's almost a good idea, but I don't like it. I would like, prices to be down and stuff.
Well, naturally.
Let me wipe my hand off before I put seeds down the drain.
Sure. I have the garbage set up here.
So, what should we carve into this face?
Your choice, or maybe the chat should choose. Okay. What kind of face should we carve, chat?
My default with like a big stem like that is either to do a vampire unicorn or a happy cyclops.
Aww.
And I don't know. I could do the cyclops mouth because I usually make it like a bee. This is the garbage. Shoot.
Yep.
So, I asked. I keep on asking, like, did anyone go walk through this house and like figure out like if there's stuff wrong with it and stuff?
Because there's so much wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's like legitimately insane.
And the answer I got from my parents was like, well, that's the home inspector's job. So like I think my dad just walked through with like his brain turned off. But the home inspector did catch the outlets, and they got $1 per outlet or something.
Okay.
Per messed up outlet.
Wow, thank you. What about these fucked up cabinets? Can I get $1 per cabinet?
Those hinges are so unique. Like I don't think I've seen them on cabinets before.
Yeah. Let's see. R is saying go vampire. David is saying just carve a YouTube play button and call it a night. Yeah, there you go. That sounds pretty advanced. Unless we just do the sideways triangle.
My pad is like that. That's what our honeydew says. I aspire to one day be so cool I can call where I live my launch pad. So deco punk. Yeah, bro. That's my launch pad.
Mm-hmm.
I got fucked up cabinets in my launch pad.
It's from launching so much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they canceled the Blade reboot. Hell yeah.
I'm. Yeah.
They're canceling a lot of reboots.
It's funny how bad the content has gotten that people are like, oh, thank God they're making nothing.
Yes, thank God they're canceling.
Yeah, thank God it's just
the
nothing.
Remake.
They didn't have a chance to rape Blade in the ass until he's dead.
Oh man.
I feel like Japan should have declared war over Castlevania. It's so ridiculous that was like a thing.
No, it is very, it's very silly, to say the least.
Yeah, that's sad. Then again, I'm happy with how they're destroying franchises. Yeah, it's such a weird world that we're like, oh, thank God they made nothing. That's my favorite. That's my favorite video game. I'm glad they did nothing with it. Oh man, all right. So.
Because everyone just expects them to ruin it.
Yeah, and they'd be right to expect it.
Yeah.
So.
It's tradition. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
You know, everybody did expect the Spanish Inquisition, and like every town was begging them to come, and they were very late every time they showed up. It was like they were angry, and they were like, "How could you show up late doing God's work? We have a bunch of like cucks in this town. We'd like you to take care of them." Anyway.
Alright, so I guess you're doing a vampire.
Vampire?
That's what Aura voted for.
Alright, vampire.
Talking about Blade.
Vampire unicorn. How about you do the eyes and I'll do the mouth? Alright. There's like no serrations for this.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting you to use the sword in this way.
Controversial opinion.
Uh-huh.
I don't think this is gonna work.
I don't think so. Okay, alright, you're making the whole house shake.
Fair enough.
Hey, Salmon LeBlanc says, hey look, there's a ghost in the shadowed area behind you. The shadowed one.
The shadowed area
Yukimoto?
is actually an oven? Oh, you're talking about the remote. Oh yeah, so much better.
Nothing like ending an IKEA stream with some pumpkin carving.
I fucked this up.
That's okay.
It's gonna be a bigger mouth than expected. I know I said I was gonna do it with a sword, but I don't think it's possible. Just putting out paper towel. She knows. She knows it's gonna be crazy.
I am the woman.
So, what do you think about redefining female as a wham person.
A wham person.
Yeah, wham persons instead of women. Wham persons. Are you for or against it?
I would say against. I'll go against that one.
Now, do you think a wham person is better or worse than a womb having person?
Ugh, it's better.
All right. Heard it
It
here.
reminds me of like the Rob Schneider joke, where he's talking about his wife being like very anti-Trump at the beginning, and then after like 4 years, she's like, "Fuck it, I'm voting for Trump. I'm not a woman who menstruates. I am not a person who menstruates. I am a woman." And that's like the final line for her. Let's see, R says, too bad they announced it at a D23 and had him appear in the Eternals. Now it's embarrassing on their part. Well, nobody watched the Eternals, so it's fine. Salem says, I don't get the move to get rid of the men part of words nowadays when person still has son in it. Oh yeah.
That's a good point. I think like
They'll just, they'll change everything. They can't even say like X now because it's Elon Musk's platform. They have no more words they can use. We have conquered everything.
All the Latinos and Latinas have won. They're no longer Latinx. Congrats, guys.
Oh, jeez.
You made it.
Calamity says, lol, that's just as bad as a Wookiee calling me Latinx. Yep. I thought it was laxative before the explanation, but it didn't help either. It made it worse.
Bleh.
Oh, it's good.
Hey.
I like it.
I don't know. Maybe there should be like stuff here,
What do you mean?
like instead of a flat thing.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? No. It's a vampire unicorn. So
Yeah.
unicorns don't have sharp teeth.
Right. Okay.
We have to remain canonical. All right. Now your job is to make the eyes. Here, I'll show you guys what the mouth looks like a little bit clearer. Bang.
I'm not super good at making the eyes, as you can tell from last time.
Oh, you'll do great. Just use the good knife.
Well,
The gooder.
it's also like a very thick pumpkin.
Oh.
I will do my best, guys.
So
Bear with me. I'm a woman.
So Latinos in chat, would you rather be called a instead of cisgender, would you rather be called a natty laddie or a
Natty laddie.
a natty laddie or a laddie natty, patent pending, or Latinx with the X? You know what? By the way, I thought it was a laxative brand too.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like another one of those like humiliation things. They pretend that it's normal. Like, oh no, cis doesn't sound like an insult. It's like, ah.
Well, you know because for example, a homogenous culture, right, means everybody is the same. Their term for that is heteronormativity. Right? Because
homonormativity sounds bad.
Because in their academia of it, right, they think that it's bad to have a homogenous culture. But since homo is in it, they don't want that to be the term, to have the homonormativity, so they changed it to heteronormativity because they think it is bad and they want you to associate bad things with heterosexuals.
I think they are a little bit lopsided, but so is the pumpkin. Yeah.
And then we complete the look with the unicorn's horn.
I will
And-
say the better knife did help.
And now it is a. Where did it go now? There we go. Now it is a vampire unicorn.
Woo!
Oh, well. I'd rather be uninstalled before the blue stream of death goes to my brain.
That is the correct answer.
I don't know. I think a laddie natty is a good term. I think you should self-identify instead of cis as a laddie natty gendered person.
It sounds funnier at least.
Don't. It's like, sir, I'm not a tranny. I'm a laddie natty.
What's your favorite part about Halloween? Friends.
Yeah, you know, friends are kind of cool.
Yeah.
I've lived most of my life without really good friends, and now we have friends, and that's kind of super radical.
Radical. Whoa. We're getting rebellious over here.
Yeah, like having friends to like watch stuff with. Our friends got sick, but we were gonna today actually. We were supposed to.
Yeah, we
See
didn't get to hang out
them.
with them. They got COVID.
Yeah.
We gotta stop. Stop doing that.
Don't tell my parents that though. They don't.
Well, we didn't see them when they got it.
Yeah, no, but like my parents might be like still.
Oh, you have to like wait 3 more weeks.
Yeah, they might still like have the boomer in the brain,
Mm.
but yeah, no, I like the theming of Halloween. I like how people get behind the holiday. I find it to be like quite like unifying is to have like holidays like Christmas.
Oh yeah, Christmas is the best one by far.
Yeah. Like yeah, like there was that it got a bunch of press. There was like that movie made by like an all Jewish cast making fun of Christmas and saying Christmas is bad.
Yes, Santa Inc.
Yeah. And that was like a real war on Christmas,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah, that was really a confusing mess.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate. I'm kind of over the whole like woke-tarded world, and I kind of would like everyone to just stop being.
You just chill.
Yeah, just stop being gay and retarded. I think I saw some fucking post on Twitter. I can't figure out on Twitter how to look at the original post, like what they're responding to, but like someone was replying to a reply, so I can't see the original post for some reason. Like when I click go post, it just takes me out of the post. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Twitter confusing, but they were like, is this why I can say retarded now? And their reply was like, yes, we kept the beacons lit. We kept the retard beacons lit so you could return, so you could find your way back home. It's like that's such a fucking funny thing to write, but it is nice that the grip on language has like loosened, because you know that means that they're like societal.
Because people are getting sick of it.
Yeah.
You ban every single word.
Yeah.
Especially the funny ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. You having fun?
Ah,
that's so loud.
Sorry.
Didn't like it. Okay, so we assembled a headboard and we carved a pumpkin with a sword.
We also assembled the footboard.
Yeah.
It came pre-assembled, but I'm counting it.
Okay, sure.
I already took it out of the box, so basically I assembled it.
I think the last parts of the assembly will be the easy parts.
Oh man, we've been streaming for too long. My drink froze.
Are you completed?
Yeah.
Damn. That freezer goes pretty quick. Alright, well, we're gonna call it a night anyways, because we gotta get back. It's already like 12:30 a.m. over here, so I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
Any words of wisdom you'd like to leave Chad off with?
Stuff is like getting better. I feel the world like improving as a whole, and I think there's a lot of reason to be positive. I mentioned earlier my disdain for like that movie that like Muslim guy made about Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like people like shitting on my heritage and trying to like
Call you evil.
call me evil and demonize me and make people afraid to have a European cultural identity and like try and divide people and make them weaker and more susceptible. Uh, but I feel like you can do stuff in the other direction just as easily. Like I started a tradition of getting my family together for Midsummer to celebrate it and tell stories about our heritage. And some people in my family are gay and retarded, and you know,
We love them anyway.
they still told stories about their ancestors, and we only had one fucking whiner. So we did pretty good, and I think I'm gonna keep on doing that tradition, and I think it's a good way to be, you know, is to try and like not be too focused on the gay and retarded stuff that gay retards try to do to you, and instead focus on like what you can build and like how you can be like positive about stuff. If you're upset about like anti-family, anti-Christian, not Christian, anti-Christmas messages or whatever, you could just like be extra happy during Christmas or like I don't know, be extra nice to
Yeah, you
people.
could just
say,
let yourself be happy. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. David says, my favorite has always been you shouldn't sweat the petty stuff or pet the sweaty stuff.
True fact.
Wiser words have not been spoken.
It's also that reminds me of someone mentioned this I think last time, but that like Polish saying, "Not my circus,
Not my monkeys." Yeah, that's a good saying.
Which doesn't apply to this, but it's just a funny saying. It's like you see someone else having a problem and like you're kind of worried about it, but you're like, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." So like they're all stupid and having a stupid problem, and it's like not my fucking problem.
Yeah. Yeah, let the clowns figure it out.
Yeah, let the clowns figure it out. Yeah. So chin up, and like Halloween is coming. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna dress up as.
Crusader.
Double year Crusader. I mean, Crusader outfit never gets old. That's true.
I'll probably dress up as a Crusader.
If you dress up as a Crusader, I'll dress up as a princess for you.
Aww. I'll at the very least dress up as a knight.
Okay.
Oh my god, how perfect is my life? My girlfriend dresses up as a princess, I dress up as a knight. Shit.
Life isn't so bad, huh?
Life's not so bad, no.
Yeah.
Because Trisha bought me like the Crusader outfit, but as long as you're not.
Yeah, we were matching.
Yeah, as long as you're not wearing the helm, it's just like knight tabard, so you're just a knight.
Yeah, the plastic helm that went with it was like pretty tiny. So basically, only I could wear it, and also I need to have my glasses off to wear it.
Yeah.
Because that's just how tiny it is.
I'm not Christian, but I'm putting up a nativity this Christmas. I want to return to the traditional side of things. That's really cool.
No,
I also am not Christian, but I kind of feel that, you know?
Yeah, where there's just like a coziness in tradition.
Yeah. We haven't put up a nativity scene for fucking.
I don't think your parents ever decorate.
I don't know. My mom has gotten into like the groove of like as fast as possible cleaning up the like Christmas stuff. It's not. I have a friend who has like an Indian mom, and on Christmas she's like, "All right, are you gonna take down the tree today?"
They're like, God damn it, Christmas isn't even over yet.
On Christmas Day, like after they eat breakfast,
Oof,
she says that.
that's horrible.
Yeah.
You're not even enjoying the day at that point if you're thinking of cleaning.
Yeah, she's like nagging about it right then. But yeah, no, I think there's yeah. Maybe I'll ask to see if we can find the nativity scene. Maybe I'll do the same thing because I'm not Christian, but like I don't know. It's like it's nice to have a little like connection to your ancestors, not just be this like floating island of like, man, my personality is Instagram.
Yeah, right.
Like I don't know, because like a bunch of like like a shit ton of my ancestors like were Christian or whatever.
Yeah, German,
so.
Italian. They
Yeah.
were Christian places, so.
Yeah, so one half is like I guess Catholic, and the other half is like super. It was like the birthplace of the Protestant Reformation, but whatever. Maybe that'll be nice to do. Do some more. Oh, and what's it called? An advent calendar. I'm gonna do an advent calendar.
Right.
Yeah. I was also, what else I was thinking of doing is like, I've been like driving past houses with like Trump flags, and I was just thinking it'd be nice to like, to make some fidgets and like drop them off.
And just write a nice note and be like, hey, appreciate your bravery.
It's not even like bravery because there's so many now. There's so many. But I just feel
it's
like
a little bit more sparse in our neighborhood. There's like 3 people, but
I think it would be nice just to like I feel like it would make them happy to get a little note and a little like thing. And so like maybe that'll be a good way for me to feel better.
Sure.
Selfish.
Yeah, Salem says if you want something really special, build your own nativity scene.
Bro, did you see me putting together a pre-made bed kit? My nativity scene would be fucked. Have you seen what my my version of the?
Hey, to be fair, you have a 3D printer.
I guess.
It's okay.
I know one of the 3 wise kings is named Balthazar, which is like one of my favorite.
That is a good name, Balthazar.
I was introduced to it not from like any Christian stuff. I went to CCD and stuff, but I was introduced to it in Guild Wars. That's the god of war is Balthazar, and I was like, oh, yeah, fuck it.
That's a good king.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, it's a good god name. I think it's a great wizard name, Balthazar the wizard. That's like my throwaway name if I'm like going into like a random like D&D game and I'm playing a wizard. I'm like, yeah, I'm Balthazar.
Nice.
Anyway, we gotta get out of here. And
yeah, we do. We gotta call
make the
it
long
night.
journey home. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'll show you next time. I'll show you how I treat my sword.
All right. Good night, everybody.
For now, it's already like rusted, so whatever. I'll leave it covered in pumpkin gook for now. Good night, guys.
We'll see you
Thanks
next
so much
time.
for hanging out. Appreciate you guys being here.